What's up guys, welcome back. I am currently apartment hunting. I told you guys I was gonna start this series. Today's the first day. We're in the financial district. There's the, well, you can't really see it, but it's the World Trade Center. And we're going to look at, I think 3-4 apartments as of right now, who even knows. I got my Blackstone, it's freezing. Got my bag. I'm like a business baddie, ready to go get a little tiny ass studio in New York and pay an arm and a leg. But anyway, let's go tour. I don't know if I'm gonna talk in the tours or just talk over them after, but you'll see. You'll figure it out. I just want to jump in here with a few things before I continue the video. One is the apartment I ended up applying for, and I should find out in the next day or so if I got it, is in this video, and at the end I'll tell you guys which one it is, which is very exciting. I would be moving in the middle of February, and I know it's a little early to look, but at the same time it worked out, and the apartments, they were all pretty lenient with the move-in date, which was nice. All these apartments are in FIDI, which is ideally where I want to have my first apartment in New York. People give it a bad rep because it's darker and it's quieter, but I like the quieter, and the darker I don't mind because it's a little cheaper, so you can get a nicer place. And for my first place in New York, I'd rather have a nicer place and sacrifice some view, natural light or whatever. And that's just personal preference. I'm fine with that. That's the location that I was targeted towards, and luckily everything that I liked was in that specific location. The other thing, I hate when I see an apartment tour and you don't get the budget or the price of the apartments, because I'm a nosy bitch. Like, I'm a nosy bitch. Like, how much did you pay? You know what I mean? I just want to know. So I'm gonna give you guys the prices of each apartment, but my budget was around $3,500 to $3,800 or below, but anywhere around there was like the sweet spot. I was able to find a good amount of good sized studios. I knew I was gonna find a studio in that price range. The studio was fine, washer dryer in unit I needed, because I get distracted a lot, and I knew that I would like have clothes just sitting in a random like washing machine and forget about them. So if it wasn't in my unit, I would be about out half my clothes within 3 months of living there. So all the apartments I looked at had it in unit except for 1 or 2, I think. Everything I looked at was in an actual apartment building, no like walk-ups or anything like that, just because that's my preference. I wasn't the best about filming the actual apartments whenever I went through them, which I know is like, okay, then why the f are you making an apartment tour? Just bear with me, we're gonna try and make it work with my crappy ass videos. But I also felt rushed because like the brokers were just standing there, and I know like I should have done it. I get a little nervous filming in public, you guys. Other than my tipsy teas on TikTok, I get nervous filming in public, but whatever, we're gonna make it work. So without further ado, let's go to the first apartment. All right, so this first apartment was on Fulton Street in South Seaport. And the apartment was really nice and intrigued me online because, one, it had a lot of built-in storage and it had an alcove for the bed. The only downside to this one, well, there were a few cons to it, is there wasn't a real oven, and I do a lot of baking. And I love baking, so it was like kind of the microwave / oven. The bathroom was huge though, I will say. Like, the shower was massive, double sinks, it was insane. The building did smell a little weird, which I know is me being picky, but at the same time, I don't want to walk out every day to like a funky smell. Those were kind of the cons of that one. The pros of that one were it had laundry in unit, no amenity fee. I loved the separate bed alcove, all the storage around the bed. It could be removed, but you know, at the same time, it was really nice, good closet space, and then that huge built-in in the living room was amazing as well. That one was $3,900. If I can find a floor plan, here it is. Okay, this next building was on John Street. It was under construction. We saw 2 floor plans in this building. The first one was a regular just studio, which was fine, but a little small for me. In a straight shot, it was nice, all brand new. They aren't even done with all the units yet, in a few weeks, I think, but pretty good storage space. But it was just kind of to see the finishes, because this one was fully finished and then this second one was not. The second one was bigger, and I really liked how the kitchen looked. It was very aesthetic, very my vibe, and it had a pantry, good closet space, in-unit washer, dryer. The view was of a construction zone, so that's a con because you're gonna be listening and looking at construction, but the bathroom was nice. I was scared to turn the light on. I don't even know if it worked yet. That bed alcove was really nice, and then it had the living room over by the kitchen, and it felt like a true 1-bedroom. I don't know how to explain that, but it felt like it was a bedroom separated from the living room. A pro and a con, I guess, is you're the first one to live in it. A con is you're the first one to live in it, so you're basically like the guinea pig on if something goes wrong, you know, if things aren't working properly. And also time-wise for moving, I feel like that's very difficult because a lot of construction nowadays gets delayed. And if you're trying to move in, and if like my lease here is up at the certain date and I need to move out, it's a little confusing. But that was that apartment. I did really like the finishes. That first studio that I showed you was $3,100, which I feel like is insane for in-unit washer, dryer, and dishwasher. correct me if I'm wrong, but that was a good price. And then the second one, the bigger one with the bed alcove, is $3,400 a month for, once again, brand new washer, dryer, good storage, large studio, pantry, nice kitchen, all that. So I thought the pricing of those were really good. The building did not have a gym, which is okay. There's an Orange Theory right around the corner. I think you're buying Equinox. You're in New York, I'm sure there's an Equinox. And you know, that wasn't a big thing for me. 24/7 bellman, package room, all the things. Anyway, that was the second building, which I really liked. It does have a nice rooftop as well. And then this next building that we went to, this was 200 water. The broker on this one was he was a little bit older, and he said, what do the kids say now? It's bricked outside? We were like, yeah, that's what they say. But he was so sweet. Anyway, this one had a great view of the Brooklyn Bridge, which was amazing. This one was $3,900 a month. And it was a large studio, like a good amount of space and a good view. I don't like a closed off kitchen, and I understand it in a studio, it's nice to have it separated, but the closet was huge on this, by the way, like massive. Look at that, like huge walk-in closet, which we all know I have more clothes than anybody needs. But the kitchen was nice. It was just closed off, which I'm not the biggest fan of because I like my kitchen to be open to the living room so that I can like have the TV on, you know, like do stuff like that. But it was a nice kitchen, nice finishes, great view, just a little bit over my budget. But he also said because I'd be moving in February, the prices would likely be down. So could work out a deal there, which would be nice. But anyway, that was the first one we saw. And then this next one is a bigger studio. It has an alcove. The closet, it doesn't have a huge walk-in closet like the last one, but it has the kind of big folding closets and then a view of the World Trade Center. The kitchen was nice. I did like this kitchen because one, the cabinets were lighter. I love a light cabinet, and it opened up slightly to the living room, and then the bathroom was all bright tile, which I loved. Great mirror storage too inside there. So that was that building. I really liked that building, and I said I didn't mind a darker apartment, but I loved how bright those views were. That second one was $3,800, and I was trying to figure out why it was cheaper than the one that was smaller, but I don't understand. Maybe because of the view? I don't know. Anyway, it did have a gym. He took us to the gym, the little sweet broker man. He took us to the gym and he goes, this is a good gym. And you know, for a no amenity building, people really get after it in here. I was like, oh yeah, I bet they do. Amazing. Anyway, they had a lot of amenities. I forget all of them. The only thing on that one is laundry was not in unit, which like I said earlier was kind of a big thing for me because I like the idea of laundry being in unit, and I know that's being picky for New York for my first apartment, but at the same time, if I can get it for the same price, I'm gonna pick an apartment that has in unit laundry. This last building is on the same street. It's 180 water, and it was very nice. The building was very nice, very over my budget for what it was, but the amenities were really nice. The gym was nice. It has a pool, rooftop. Everything was very nice in this building. I loved it. I loved the finishes of it. We saw two apartments. The first one I didn't video because it was the size of a closet. I walked in the size of a closet for $3,900. That's what I would get. And I was like, I wouldn't do well in that just because I have so much stuff. I'm a larger human being and I just need more space. So for that price, for that studio, that wouldn't have worked. So then we checked out the one bedroom, which was I think $4,200 this one. And there was a lot of storage, in-unit washer dryer, which I like, nice bathroom, and the kitchen was nice. But the view was of the center. It did have an alcove too for the bed, which is nice, but the view was of the center of the building, and I didn't want to live in prison. You know what I mean? Like my goal is to never go to prison in life, knock on wood, but that felt like I was in prison, and I don't want to really be living in that. Okay, so those are all the apartments we looked at yesterday. It was a pretty successful day. I found a lot of stuff that I really liked in there. Shout out Adam for going to look at apartments with me and trekking along through FiDi on a Saturday morning, but he did it. What a king. The apartment that I applied for is the third one I showed you, the one that looks at a construction zone, but it has like the second one bedroom feel. I love that building. I love that apartment. Very nice finishes, very bright inside, even though the view itself isn't bright, but like the interior makes it feel brighter. And I like that it's new construction, and also the dates as of right now work out to where whenever I'm out of my lease here, I'll be able to move in there, which is perfect. And for that price, in a good location that I wanted, in a nice building, brand new, washer, dryer, and unit, I thought I wouldn't be able to find better. So that's the one that I applied for. We'll see if I get it, fingers crossed. If not, we'll be looking at more apartments and there'll be more apartment hunting. If that is the apartment I got, and if I did end up getting it, which I'm sure I'll tell Snapchat or something soon whenever I find out because I can't keep a secret to save my life, we're gonna be doing moving vlogs in February, finding new furniture, interior designing. There'll be a whole moving series. We'll do kitchen, organization, like, we got it. We'll do it. I'll do a proper moving to my apartment this time, not like I did when I moved to this apartment 2 years ago. But nonetheless, that was my apartment touring day. Once again, I appreciate you guys, one, for watching this video, two, for watching anything I post at any time on any platform, because nothing is possible without you guys, and I love you so much. And if you have any questions about any of the apartments, honestly, ask me. I'm sure I'll tell you all the information. Like, I'll be a realtor. Ask me twice. That's all I have to say for this apartment tour. This might be a short, like, apartment hunting series. Like, this might be the one video. It might be, like, a one-part series, but it might not be. You know what I mean? Like, whatever happens, happens. Whatever's meant to be will be. Whatever's meant to be will be, okay? Make sure to like, subscribe, comment, all the things. Follow me on all my other social medias, linked down below. Maybe be, like, careful with TikTok, because January 19th it's supposed to be banned, so the more traffic we drive to YouTube, guys, the more videos we will receive in the future, because if not, then I'm gonna go have to be a corporate baddie in the future, okay? And not a YouTube social media baddie, which I want to be. Yeah, that's all I have to say. I love you guys. Turn on the bell to be notified whenever I post a video. I'm gonna try and do every Monday from here on out with more structured content. That has been the plan recently, and I look to continue that. But anyway, there's my apartment hunting in Manhattan. I know it was short, I know it was sweet, and I know it was very, like, informal and not great, okay? Like, I'm not my fam out here looking for apartments in her amazing edited videos. Like, just a girl. I love you guys. Have a great day whenever you're watching this. Happy holidays whenever you're watching this. If it's past the holidays, this was filmed during the holidays, so happy summer, happy spring, happy winter, happy autumn, happy New Year. Wait, that's one of the holidays. I love you. Bye. This is my outro music because I don't want to go find a copyright-free song. Bye, Wall Street. I love you.